It's been about 14 years since we've had ice in the Coliseum, and you saw some of the players when we came out taking a look at the ice conditions. Still getting the hang of putting the ice down out here, right?
Well, there's still some problems. There's wrinkles that we have to iron out before we get everything settled away, but we have to do with what we have, and this is what we have to put up with. So we're going to come up for pregame skate, and hopefully with the flood of the ice, everything will be smooth to start the game, and we'll have no more disruptions and just have a good, solid game for tonight.
Terry, you lost your captain, Jason Taylor, for the season yesterday, a result of a stick-swinging incident last week down in Virginia. Were you surprised at the severity of that penalty?
Well, I knew it was going to be a severe penalty on him, but I didn't think it was going to be that severe. A whole year suspension. It could actually ruin a kid's career, even though that I know it was a bad incident to happen. And we were set for a stiff penalty, but this was more than we expected, to tell you the truth.
Okay, thanks a lot, Terry. Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Opening night, 8 o'clock, as the Chill takes on Erie, Pennsylvania. We'll have highlights tonight at 11. Well,
a record crowd turned out for the home opener of Columbus's new pro hockey team. The Columbus Chill made its home debut at the State Fairgrounds Coliseum tonight to a sold-out crowd of more than 6,900 people. The first Columbus pro hockey team in 14 years. It is the fourth team in all, but never before have so many seats been sold. There were about as many brawls as goals scored. We'll have details on what happened later on in sports.
If you didn't have to work, you would have been there too.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Chad.
For the first time in 14 years, professional hockey was back in Columbus tonight. The Columbus Chill hosted the Erie Panthers in front of a packed house at the Fairgrounds Coliseum. 6,298 fans on hand. First period action, this is Erie's Peter Buckridge with a slap shot, beating Chill goalie Kevin Marion. Made it 1-0, and then a little later in the period, for the visitors, John Batten scores. It was 2-0, but the Chill got a goal back before the end of the period. Winger Mark Cipriano breaks in on the goal there, and he scores. And we don't know really why, but this game is still going on. They just started the third period. Columbus has rallied to take a 5-4 lead. I know there were a lot of fights in the first period, and I know there were some problems with the ice, but it's still a mystery as why this game has taken 3 hours to this point. Still, largest crowd in history of Columbus to see a pro hockey game here, 6298. It's also...
After a 14-year absence, pro hockey returns to the city. The Columbus Chill had their opening night at the Fairgrounds, and it was a big hit on opening night with the fans. The place was packed. Standing room only sold as well. A record crowd for hockey in Columbus, 6,298. And there was plenty of action on the ice, too. Mark Cipriano of the Chill in white mixed it up with John Batten of the Erie Panthers. And moments later, there's another fight. Al Novakowski. I'm sure by the time the season starts, I'll have all these names down. There were plenty of fights. There was plenty of hockey. It's late in the third period. The Chill leads 5-4.
They had over 6,000 fans show up for the Chill's home opener last night, but not quite that many in this one, but it looked like a defensive struggle early on. It's the good save there on the stick side by Columbus's Elaine Harvey, and then Don Granato with the breakaway, and he shoots and tries to score, but Chris Clifford's there to stop the goal. Louisville opens things up later on. They go on to outskate the Columbus tonight 7-2. So the Chill.
The Chill was supposed to have the day off, but after last night's 7-2 loss to Louisville, Columbus coach Terry Ruskowski called a little team practice today. In the East Coast Hockey League, they spend so much time in the penalty box, they order out for food. Last night, Kevin Alexander feeds Mark Cipriano. Columbus trails 2-1. At the other end, excused the trip by the Columbus defender. Martin Bergeron winds up. Louisville wins at 7-2, and the Chill go back to the drawing board.
Well, after last night's game, I feel that we had a lot to work on. Defensively, moving the puck properly, defensive coverage, and working on power play a little bit, too. We haven't been doing too well in that aspect, and if we want to be successful, our specialty teams have got to come up large, because obviously there's going to be a lot of penalties called in this league, and our specialty teams have got to be in first-class shape before we play anybody else.
Johnstown in town Tuesday night against the Chill. I take a few days off, and I forget where the cameras are.
A poor showing by the Columbus Chill prompted Coach Terry Ruskowski to call an unscheduled practice. The hockey team lost to Louisville Saturday night, 7-2. In the East Coast Hockey League, they spend so much time in the penalty box, they order out for food. Saturday night, Kevin Alexander feeds Mark Cipriano. Columbus trails 2-1. At the other end, excuse the trip by the Columbus defender, Martin Bergeron winds up Louisville wins it 7-2, and the Chill go back to the drawing board.
Well, after last night's game, I feel that we had a lot to work on. Defensively, moving the puck